once again. And look at the cases he mentioned. And let me start from here. I'm one person that feels that this of a robbery of a thing, if certain individuals are mentioned, are said by now, forget about political whatever the people may think is attached to it. I don't think it is attached. I do not think it is not attached either. Okay. But the fact remains that the name of one counts so much. It's so important. And when one is alleged to be involved in such a heinous action, claiming 33 lives, if I were, what I would do instantly is to rush and make sure that if you say it's going to be next month, I would say, no, let us start today. Because my name matters. Okay. So, and then more like that in this country of a high-class individuals linked to serious crimes or serious activities, the ordinary person would have been sent to the gaol, and then they have a way of handling the matter. And so it's a call that represents our request that Parliament has made once again. We have seen instances where the office of the DPP are the ones that will recommend that there should be trial, there should be no trials. And we have had instances in the past in this country where we begin to say, why should the DPP, Director of Public Prosecution, in any of the states or even at the federal level, will say that don't prosecute? Prosecution does. If one is alleged to have been involved in, he has not been condemned. He has not been said to have truly done such a thing. But then you go to court and prove your innocence
beyond
reasonable doubt. So by the time it goes like that, then like Falana said, one begins to suspect cover-ups. And so he has spoken again, and I'm one of the Nigerians that will join him to say, yes, high-profile cases, for God's sake, the ones that were investigated some 10, 5, 4, 3 years ago, and that is all we heard about it. So let the prosecution take place. They should go there and defend themselves.
All right. Now let's look at these cases. Some of these cases have been, around for 7 years or even more. Now,
some 10 years plus.
Now, how does cases like this that go unprosecuted or that take time to be prosecuted, how does it affect the trust of the people in our justice system, especially the families of the victims, people who lost a loved one in this situation?
It will affect our trust in the system, no doubt, because it is to the extent that if such things involves a common man, he will be there in detention. But when it involves a high-profile man, he's granted bail by the court, and so for years you don't hear anything about it again. To the extent high-profile personalities will even come up with medical excuses, and they are granted, and they just get out of the country. I think the time has come, like he said. I will implore Nigerians, other Nigerians, to join him in this quest. It is gradually eroding the credibility of our judicial system in the country. When cases like that, high profile, cases that are so serious in nature, look at the public officials that are alleged, maybe after office, what they have done with billions of naira, and you see them moving here and there. The case of the Kogi State Governor, for instance, we heard that the same person, the former Kogi State Governor, is even thinking of picking up a form to contest one election or the other again. Look at that serious one.
While he still
has allegations running to about 80-something billions of naira to account for. And he's such a person that his home is nowadays a mecca that those who want to contest elections go to. It is those that he ordains that can contest, etc., etc. And so we need to rise up in this country for and make sure that this thing is done. For any Nigerian that is outside the shores of this country and they are accused of one thing or the other, you see the way the system there will handle the case as promptly as possible. But why is it happening here like that? And it is to the extent that there is a class in this thing. those who are high profile, like Farhan Riley said, see the way the thing, no matter how serious the allegations are, it is just with impunity that is done. But a common man begins to suffer. It is to the extent some remain in detention to the extent that they will prefer to even claim what they have not done, so that they will know that, well, if it is 1 year or 2 year prison, so that they will finish the whole thing and get out. And so justice is not served in that case. And so we need to do it, and Farhan has spoken well, and I'm one of the Nigerians that is supporting him in this quest.
All right. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll take your reactions on this one. What are your thoughts about some of the concerns that Falana SAN has raised? 0913-655-6952. That is the number to call. We will be right back after this quick break. Do not touch that dial. It is still the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM in Lorry.
You love food, but hate the discomfort that comes after? The indigestion that ruins your mood. Don't let stomach discomfort control your day. Gascol Antacid delivers fast relief you can feel. It neutralizes excess stomach acid quickly, helping you get back to what matters. It's effective, affordable, and easy to find. No stress, just relief. Choose comfort. Choose confidence. Available in pharmacies near you. Gascol Antacid. Fast relief. Full comfort. Gascol is a product of Fitzin Healthcare PLC.
Ziyara ta farko a gidan sirikai na kusan kiran 'yan sanda. Bayan na marmasa dunkulen Mr. Chef sai na ji miyan kuka ta fara turanci. Har ma an ta Amina sarauniyar iyayi ta ce, "A zuba min a kwano in tafi da ita gida."
Ji daɗin ɗanɗanon al'adu tare da dunkule mai sauƙin marmasawa na Mr. Chef Beef mai ɗanɗanon daddawa da kuma haɗaɗɗen kayan ƙamshi. Mr. Chef ɗanɗanon gida, ɗanɗanon al'ada.
Ferrobin iron and care, be good for your body, yeah. Are you not aware? Folic acid, day for there. Now your daily friend, for your blood, it be 10 over 10. Oh yes. Feel your best, choice you way don't pass the test. Ferrobin, blood builder for everybody. Ferrobin, healthy body for everybody. Ferrobin, product of Fitzin Healthcare.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate.
Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Hey, now where these people want to make I see this kind of plenty money?
Mama Vero, wetin happen?
Now Veronica, the clinic where I carry her go, then give me plenty hospital bill. We fit your pockets.
You no get health insurance?
Which one be that one now?
Health insurance na great opportunity. You only need to register for the nearby primary health care center or any accredited hospital where they under Kwara Care. Then you go begin to enjoy free or subsidized medical services everywhere for Kwara here.
For real?
Yes, now this health insurance thing even dey very important for pregnant women like you and Vero wey dey under 5 years old, because now both of you need regular access to quality health, and you know regular visit go attract regular payment too. But once you don't register for health insurance, you go just enter comot for free, like say now your papa build the hospital.
You don't come again with those your expensive jokes. So
don't mind me, Jare, but this one no be expensive joke. This one go help you get access to quality health anytime you need them. For more information about this health insurance, make you visit Kwara Care office wey dey house 27B Amadu Bello Way, GRA Ilorin, or make you holler them on this toll-free number 0800 100 1001. Na Kwara Care dey knock you this story.
Welcome back. There is still the Diamond Breakfast Show reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, your shining supreme station. My name is BIisola Oduwole Sulieman, and I have with me Elder Wole Adedeji. And this morning we've been talking about allegations of cover-ups of high-profile murder cases here in Nigeria, and Femi Falana SEN has called on the stakeholders, that is the DSS, the police, the justice system, to ensure that justice is served and these high profile cases are followed to the letter, regardless of political affiliations or how prominent the people involved are. What are your thoughts on this? How does this affect our justice system if justice is not served on cases like this? Let's take a call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? All right, go ahead.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
My moderator, you know that I always say, Falana and others, today, new drum, tomorrow, another drum. My moderator, I will ask you the question, what is the solution for all these problems? For God's sake, we are tired. We are tired. For God's sake, what is the solution? Let us sit down and discuss and talk about solution.
All right.
Once and for all. May God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, Pagodwin. Thank you for that. However, I think one of the this is a first step to getting the solution.
Exactly.
Speaking up about it.
Even what we are doing now,
exactly.
Bala Journey has done to
exactly
is the solutions. By the time about a good reasonable fraction of Nigerians rise up to talk on matters like
this,
they will get there someday.
Somebody will do the needful.
We should not relent.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Wow.
All right, welcome to the program.
Thank you, thank you.
Justice in Nigeria is for the poor alone. And that is where the problem lies. Any country where there is no justice, you not see peace there. You see bad economy, you see insecurity, in everything. Like you can see former government answering charges of over 80 billion naira. Then committed by court to go to act on president. Now, the other man in opposition, Erufai, see how they are moving the case. He will remain there in June when all these party nominations will have ended. That's not good. And what God Himself does is just fairness. I believe people like Parliament can even on their own fight cases against injustice so that we can have it. But those in authority, they will not do it.
God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much, Mr. Bamidele. 091-3655-6952. That is the number to call. Let's get your take on this particular story before we move on to the second one. 091-3655-6952. Send us a message on WhatsApp on 091-3655-6864. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
I'm Alaji Tayo calling.
Alaji Tayo, welcome to the program.
Nigeria is a paradoxically paradox nation where nothing works. And in Nigeria, our laws are meant for two people: the rich or the affluent and the poor ones, the haves and the haves not. And that is why you see that many of our governors today, allegedly, many of our senators today, many of our House of Members today, many politicians today have one case or the other hanging on their neck that has to do with corruption. And it has not gotten to anywhere. We have not gotten justice. When Yaya Bello's case was going frenzy, Olukayede came on here to say that if we could not prosecute Yaya Bello, he will resign. Today, he's still the chairman of EFCC. And Yaya Bello is walking around the street freely. And he has even collected the expression of interest form to contest for senatorial seat. And if a small boy is arrested for stealing a goat, before you say
Jack Robinson.
Yes. All this small boy in the institution, though it is an offense, all these young boys begin to pursue them. When they are arrested, before you say, hey, they're already in jail. But our lawyers, our SAS, they will come to court and be preaching stupid technicality to knock out the cases. You will not see a case, it will linger in the court. After a while, everybody will forget about it. Look at the case of former Canadian of the Federation that said he came to court on crutches to attend to his case. He said it's not okay. He was asking for bail. After the court session, this person led the Muslim prayer. Look at the pension case, Maina. Today, we all know what he has done in pension. Up to today, it's now a ritual working about, and pensioners now are suffering. Look at the case of John Yusuf. When he was there, he was asked to pay 700 million, 700,000 naira. He went into the boot of his car and brought out the money. So you see, our judiciary is our major problem. And all of us should fear God in Nigeria. Nigeria is a country that has been blessed. Nigeria is a country that has the potential to be greater. But our attitude is our undoing. The way we behave, the judiciary, the executive, the legislative, every sector of our economy is bad. Everybody, even me that I'm speaking with you, I'm not free of corruption. And I'm sorry to say, allegedly, those of you in the house. But if the system is perfect, if the driver of the main system is perfect, everybody will follow suit. Look at the case of Buhari regime when they were in power. All this operation, what are they saying to the Nigeria was doing things rightly there. So we all knew what happened. But if today we change our attitude, this country will work.
Right.
And yes, that is just the only thing. Attitudinal change is what we need. If we change our attitude today, Nigeria will be able to claim its place in the Community of Nations and will become greater. But so long as we continue to behave this way, it is the same thing will be happening. Look at the case of Kayama here. 176 people have been in the den of kidnapper.
They're in captivity up to now.
Yes, nothing has happened to them. And people are going about campaigning for election. And we see come out on the election day to vote for the same set of people. And they have made it such that you and me can never get there. Because it has become a cabal. Only them and their cronies and their children. Even if somebody is living today as a governor, he will bring his son. Look at it now, former Senate president in Boeing, his child now is contesting. The same thing, the federal minister of works, his son too is contesting. Look at El-Rufai is in detention, but his son is the number of house and friends. What are we talking about? We are deceiving ourselves. But God definitely will help us with this.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alhaji Taye. Now, he has mentioned a lot of the issues, and he says we need attitudinal change. But a lot of the things he also mentioned is a systemic problem. We do not have a properly working system. Why we expect people to change their attitude if there's a system that works such that whoever you are, regardless of your status in the society, once you are found wanting, you know you will be brought to book. I think it would help us in our attitudinal change. But who is going to do it? That is the question.
Yes,
who is going to take that?
Like Pa Godwin said earlier on. Well, maybe we are getting to a point that we'll move beyond what we are doing now. Speaking out. Maybe we'll go beyond that.
Okay.
You see, if our leaders are not animals too, they are human beings. And by the time they have done wrong things and all we do is to just talk like this and they are comfortable there. There is no leader that will see about 1 million Nigerians across the country taken to the streets or moving to the seat of power or the National Assembly or wherever to ask for a particular thing. Maybe we'll begin to realize these attitudinal changes because it is obvious that over decades now, that has been part of our system in the country, that our leaders, they do everything, anything, and deal with, how do I put it now? They don't really care with impunity. And so we are started. We are talking. I'm sure millions of Nigerians are hearing us now. And there will be a wake-up time that people will now take further steps to ask our leaders and hold them accountable.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to Waida in the house.
Thank you, my brother.
This officer with you on the line.
All right. Go ahead, officer.
First and foremost, like what the last caller said, we need attitudinal change. And secondly, we need institutions that will speak for itself, that no one can bend and no one can intrude into. Yes, look at America today. We have the institution. A madman can be the president of America because the laws are there. So what we need a competent and God-fearing people that will go to the Senate and legislate to make a good law for this country. Like this other private cases you are saying, you know, whether we like it or not, the Falai that is talking, he should talk to his colleagues, the SAN. He should talk to them because the Ghanaian of blessed memory, may God rest his soul. Yes, those are lawyers that fight for the masses. The Falai Falano. Which cases did he prosecute for the masses that we got to know of? Yes, let's be the lawyers are the problem. So also the judiciary. Right. If a police is investigating a case and there is an authority from higher authority that you stop that investigation, there's no point of further work. You don't have to stop it. That's all the black and truth.
All right.
We need to decision. That's what we need.
All right. Thank you so much, Officer Matthew.
It is even to the extent that it doesn't matter how perfectly the investigating police officer had worked. The file is still sent to the office of the Director of Public Prosecution, who will now recommend whether there should be prosecution or not. He is the one that will even design the charges against certain individuals. And that is where the position of Falana comes to play. It says high-profile cases. It's not even about murder alone. Once it involves high-profile personalities, you can imagine, and by the time the charges before the court is weak, that is what the judge, even if the judge knows that this was actually what happened, but the charge they bring before him is the one that is going to decide upon.
All right.
So attitudinal changes, like we have said, should begin, and by the time it gets there, we'll know.
All right.
Somebody, there was a time we were talking about a pastor, I don't want to mention the name of the product, in Nigeria that was said to have been they say it's poison. It led to the death of one little child and linked to somebody from an Asian country. And they now said his accomplice in that Asian country where this pastor came from, within 2 days, the law of that country is that once anything you do leads to the death of any human being, you are a dead person already. And within a week, he is charged and is executed. He's killed. He was killed.
That's where we have a working system.
Here in this country, we just realized that the pastor began to run so many adverts, and that was the end of the matter.
All right. Let's take some reactions on WhatsApp. Unless and until the judiciary become totally independent, the vicious cycle of negative and destructive interference will keep cropping up in our justice system. We all know the effect of negative judicial system. Aliu from Ilorin. Sakani Yomoritala says, if in fact any case that Nigerians okay, you might have to reconstruct this. I don't get it. Good morning, BIisola. Good morning, our guest. High-profile offenders are treated with love and respect in Nigeria because of political, tribal, and religious considerations, and that is very unfortunate. Again, our laws have bends and gridlocks in some areas. That is why people like Yaya Bello Malami could be aiming at elective positions. There are so many serious criminal cases that will never be allowed to pass through the required judicial test. That's from Elder Yemi Ashaju. We've really talked about this issue, but you can still keep your messages coming via WhatsApp. But let's take a look at a sector of the society that we sometimes feel are marginalized. We sometimes feel are left behind and not carried along as much as they should be. That is the people with disabilities. Now, we have recently heard a story of a young man, a 30-year-old man living with disability, Mahmoud Sadis Buba, who has successfully passed the screening exercise conducted by the ruling All Progressives Congress ahead of the House of Representatives election in Kaduna State. Buba, popularly known as Abin Ajabin Zauzau, is seeking to represent Sabongeri federal constituency in the House of Representatives. Reports say that the screening video went viral after, people saw his confidence and his youthful, very, he looked very young. He looked younger than 30. He looked like a child, but that's his own form of disability. But he did not let that stop him. He picked up the phone and, he spoke with a lot of confidence. They were asking him questions and he was responding as to why he wanted that seat or why he wanted to contest for that seat. A lot of online users were surprised that he had reached that constitutional age of 30 years needed to contest for that particular election. Now, this particular incident actually, opens our eyes to, challenge him challenging the stereotypes that persons with disability cannot vie for political offices, or persons with disability do not have a chance, do not stand a chance. What does this particular story say about their chances or their ability to vie for political offices, to also hold political offices like every other Nigerian?
Yeah, the good thing about it, for a start, is that there is no law yet in Nigeria that forbids people with disabilities from contesting elections, from holding public offices.
Okay.
And the second one that I'm glad about is that House of Representatives member, it will be representing about 2 or 3 local governments. And his claim is clear that he was not even the one. It was the people that urged him on to go and pick the form and represent them.
Wow.
To challenge the incumbent, who perhaps is somebody who has all the features perfectly in his body, who has just spent a term. And they realized that perhaps maybe that one has not been performing well. This now say,
we want you,
a MILF, you are the one who can do it. So he must have displayed some abilities, some qualities over the years among them to now think that or conclude that he is the one that can do it. So it has sent so many messages and signals across the country. So let people realize that the disabilities in physical form does not mean disability in their head, in their brain.
Okay.
So he must have displayed some qualities, sterling qualities over the years to make them have that absolute trust in him. And you can see he got there. I'm sure the screening committee panel will have been shocked. But when they opened the books and realized that 3 local governments, all of them in their hundreds of thousands, said he is the one.
We want
they have no choice than to screen him. And so I think in a way, we are progressing too in this country.
All right.
It's a credit to us in this country.
All right.
And I'm sure back home there, when it comes to election day, I won't be surprised if he's voted into power.
All right. Now, while we're excited about this and, we're celebrating this good news, we also have another story which has to do with a person with disability as well. NDLEA arrested persons with disabilities over drug trafficking. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, announced the arrest of 3 persons with disabilities over alleged drug trafficking activities in Anambra and Kwara states. According to the NDLEA spokesman, Femi Babafemi, one of the suspects, a 60-year-old man identified as Romanus Nwabara, was arrested in Anambra state with cannabis packaged for sale. Another one, Amos Kenneth, aged 25, was reportedly arrested in Ogunike with tramadol and cannabis as well. The agency also announced the discovery of illicit drugs worth about 5.8 billion naira in Lagos and said several anti-drug operations were also ongoing nationwide. Now, this is one story. We got a story of a person with disability standing up to say, I can also do it. I can also hold a seat of power. I can also make a change for my people. I can also represent my people. While we also have those who are engaging in illicit activities, drug trafficking, activities that they should not be engaged in, criminal activities. What does this say about examples or choices that people make despite their ability or disabilities? What does this say about, whether people are given a chance or not? Because there's a concern. There are concerns about, do these people really have enough opportunities to make them shy away from criminal activities? We're calling for inclusion every day, day in, day out. We're calling for these people to be engaged